I'm going to show you here is a typical, um, it's not a problem, but it's very typical. It comes here a horse that gets very accelerated, gets very excited, and then one thing that I like to do is kind of take him off the reins, because if you hold the reins, they get like harder and harder. So with this particular mare, what I'm doing is kind of get her to get accelerated. One of the points that is very important to make is that you guide that acceleration. So, but you have to guide that acceleration with a lot of calmness, a lot of, it's not that, oh my God, I have to do circle, serpentines. No, you gotta guide the circle, guide the serpentine. Use your body, move it off your legs first. So she guys follow that instead of you holding the reins and doing it with the reins. The reins, you're gonna see, I try to use it and not to use it at all. But in this case, I have to do it. And sometimes horses trained that way, you have to depend on the reins, because that's what they know. Only they know that. So to me, I've been doing it quite a bit, so I get the result relatively quickly. So so I'm gonna show you that when she gets, and again, it's a process. She knows how to walk, relax. But when you ask her to gait, so when you ask her to gait, like if I tell her to walk, relax, this is something that you have to put on first, that she walks nice and relaxed, without any acceleration. Okay. So you gotta concentrate yourself doing this. How do you get to this stage? When a horse is like really, when you get on him, is very, you gotta do it from the ground first. You gotta make the same transition that I'm gonna tell you, but it's more like in the ground that she learned to walk off. Right now, she doesn't know. When you ask her to gait, if you ask her to gait with the full range, you're gonna see how she goes. She goes very high in the head, and she goes inverted, and she just goes like a little machine. So this is what she's been taught on. Okay, that you have to hold on the rein, and you have to kind of take it like this. But I don't like the way she moves over here, the way she puts it up like that. I don't like that. So I'm showing you that right now in the video, so you can see it. So she goes, you know, she become more harder, and I have to hold her, you know, and she obeys it. She's not bad at all. Okay. But I want to change that. I want to change the mechanic of the head like this. So how do I do it? I start taking this off a little. Then I start giving it the reins. And then I start like guiding it with my body. I'm turning it with my pelvis. I'm not using the reins that much. And I want her to do the opposite when you have these horses like this. And if you lose the reins, they get like, what the hell? I have worked it a little bit so she understands. So she doesn't do that. In some of your cases, you gotta do the homework first, because otherwise the horse doesn't know how to be more free. That's why the importance of she learning to walk like this, very free, very loose. All right. So when I ask her to go a little bit faster, okay, now I am asking it with my legs. I want this to maintain it low. okay? That she doesn't go high. Right there, she's accelerating. I'm just gonna guide her through a nice little circle. Boom, she's a little stiff, and then I gotta guide her through a circle in the opposite direction. So I slide my hand down the rein, but I'm turning it with my body. My seat is the one that turns her. Like if I like she's stiff in the body still. So I've been working on that. Right here, I have it in a relaxation again, and then I'm gonna ask her, hey, can you gait with that head down like that? Okay, and this is what is gonna make the trick. Because later on, when I start framing that head, it's gonna be different. But I have to work this body first in a relaxed and framed position. It has to be like so loose that she goes fast, and that I can guide her with a little bit of the rein, but with my seat. So I'm starting to sample in this part up. This is too stiff. This is a stiff because she's been used to work like this. So they get really like it feels very stiff. So I have to sample it up, and it takes time. It's not gonna happen in a ride. So I have to sample that up very nice and soft. Then I'm gonna ask her to go a little bit faster with my body. I squeeze myself, I squeeze her with my leg. So if she's going faster than I want to redirect her. I wanna take a little circle here. And even to a slower down. Then I slow her down to a walk, and then I walk off. Because that's gonna teach her, oh, I don't have to be that super accelerated, and but I can gate without somebody holding me back, right? That's what I want to put in her brain. That when I ask her to gate, okay, I don't have to hold it back with the reins. That I can do a circle even without the reins. I can do the circle. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side, right there. Even without the reins, I want her to understand that I can rule her from my seat. But she gets stiff. She's still stiff over here. You see, she doesn't bend around my leg and go nice and supple. That's the resistance that I want you to see right there. Right there is not like that, like a round. It is very, to me, a stiff body. So again, I'm gonna ask her. I start like squeezing with my body, and I tell her, hey, come on, let's go fast. So if I want to slow down, I sit a little bit deep. I sit deep, there, and I tell her with my body, hey, you know what? This is what I have to work on. This roundness here, okay? She's stiff, right? But only through this kind of work, I'm not interfering with her balance. She's getting more balance every time, and then and I'm not interfering by putting pressure with the reins, and kind of guide her with conscious that I'm on top of her. I'm not going like this or like this. I'm not being uneven in my I'm being balanced on her balance. That's what I want to say. Right? So again, I'm a squeeze. I put my pelvis forward, and she has to She has to understand all that. So I want to turn it to that side. So the more I do it with my body without interfering with the reins, the more she learns. So right there, I'm trying to make a circle. So she's going that way. I'm gonna tell her with the reins just a little bit. Hey, can you follow my turn pelvis? I'm turning on top of her like this. All right. So I want her to start putting that nose into that circle. I'm using this leg so she doesn't go over there, and I'm using the inside leg too to go around my leg. Okay, and I turn my body, I turn it like on a rod. All right, I turn it not like putting weight on it, because this is what she's gonna go that way, but she's gonna feel that weight and be unfair to her, because it's a weight that is telling her, yeah, let's go that way, but it's uncomfortable. That's not they don't like it. So it's much better to tell her without changing my weight, or keeping my shoulders straight too, keeping my everything balanced. I'm guiding her through my seat. I use the rein. I use in this example, I'm using not the bit but the bosal. Okay. With the bit, I can use the bit too. She gets a little bit more excited when you grab the bit. Wait, let me. So right here, I'm gonna start telling her with the bit, okay, you know what? I don't want you to get excited with the bit, and I want you to maintain this kind of low. The head has to be nice and low, that she doesn't rise it up, because what it's gonna give me later is gonna give me a better head position. This withers is not gonna be like this, so it's gonna be more round and then in. So, but that's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen soon. So the same thing. When she gets accelerated with the mouth, I'm just gonna tell her a little bit, and she's more responsive with the mouth. She's more like, oh, all right. Immediately she and you can see a lot of horses, they're gonna be that tendency, because they've been worked on the mouth. They've been worked more like to have them more. This is my final thing. This is what everything comes together with the contact and everything, but it has to have a process. It's not a pushing and then holding and change bits and try to get that falsely. That's getting it falsely. This showing you those exercises is to produce that she's not accelerated. Now she's gonna listen better with the head, like feeling a nice contact, but she doesn't have. All these horses are rushed, are like, oh my God, and then they are being hauled by a bed. So to me, it's not right. So let me see with the bit if I can keep the head a little bit low and she doesn't go that high. It gets accelerated right there, you see? So I'm gonna guide it back to a relaxation. Everything has to happen relaxed. It's not gonna happen when she's super accelerated and trying to embrace the bit. So, and that's what sometimes they say, oh my God, I have to change the bit to create a respect from her not to take off. So no, in this case, I'm just gonna guide her. When I feel her that she's going too fast, I'm just gonna take it to a nice, and you saw, if you see the film, it's like it's very calm, very. It's not like, oh my God, I have to do a circle. No, you gotta practice that, and then that it becomes really natural with you. Like right here, I'm kind of pushing it a little bit, but I want her to maintain the lower head. She's accelerating, they're right there. I'm gonna ask her a little circle and then another circle to the other side, even to a slower gait, and then I ask her to gait again, gait nicely. So when she learns not to be dependent on me holding her back, she's gonna say, "Oh, what is my hurry? I'm not that." But it takes a process. You cannot, if you haven't done a homework, don't try to give the whole reins, because sometimes those horses take off, and some have take off from me. So I do it in a small pen, in a corral or something that I know they're not gonna take off.